I'm Anthony Leonardi. I run our advanced platform specialist team here at Pega, and I am here to check out the new features of Blueprint for the week. So let's look at it. All right, so the first one is assignment routing options expanded with user references. Okay, so in addition to routing to current user or by persona, it looks like now I can reference user reference fields, which is great. What's the next one? Route to a different stage. Oh, awesome. Awesome. So when you have a decision shape in your process, now you can jump to different stages rather than just different steps within the process. So this is going to be super helpful. It'll be interesting to see if that makes it into preview. And then generate pixels. That one we already had. So it's those two. And there's a super top secret one that I got from product that we're going to test. So wait till the end for that one. So you have to watch the whole video. All right, let's flip over to Blueprint and test these new things. So the first thing is routing to a user reference. So we've got, a regular like people operations. We're doing candidate application. So we gather the information for the candidate. We have an initial review. Let's send that to the hiring manager. And I think I've got, I have a field hiring manager and it is user reference. So that's perfect. So we'll open this bad boy up and it says route to current user. We want that. So manager, person. So we got the personas, but we actually do have the hiring manager user reference. That's who we want to do the review. Let's go there and click save. And then after this, let's go to the decision shape. So meets minimum requirements. So we've got that decision already in place, but now we want to be able to decide where it goes. It's not really going anywhere yet. So let's say if it meets minimum requirements, then so right now it's just continuing the process. Let's see where we can go. We can do an initial screening, or we could jump to go to stage interview process. I see what they're doing. So for every stage, we have these go-to stage, initial screening, interview process, evaluation stage. You can also go to alternate stages, which is great. And you can go to the next stage. So if you're changing your process and stuff, it'll always just be the next stage. So that's cool. So in this case, let's just go to the interview process. If manual review, let's just say we're going to continue. Let's go to the evaluation stage maybe, or initial screening. And then does not meet requirements. Let's jump to the alternate rejection process. And then otherwise, let's just continue process, save. Okay. All right, cool. So now let's check preview to see if any of that changed anything. I don't think it will, but can't hurt to try. So we're at the beginning of the application intake. So the two things we want to see are, do we route to a persona or a route to that person, and does the decision shape change anything? So submit. So meets requirements, we're going to say no and see if that jumps way far ahead. It did not. And we didn't get anything around routing to the hiring manager. So that's fine. But we get those very granular capabilities to define our processes much better. Being able to control where a decision goes by stage, I think is going to help a lot to create these sort of like branch paths within Blueprint. So it's going to help create a much more sophisticated workflows, which is awesome. So thank you, product. All right, so those are those two that are listed. I've got a super top secret one. So I know you guys are aware that like when Blueprint generates the workflows for us, there are limitations around what it can and can't generate as we add new features, right? We have to update the prompts. But I've heard there was a big improvement to our auto generation capabilities. So let's go ahead and create a new Blueprint and see what we get. So I know for a fact, so let's go banking. We'll kind of just do a complaint. So retail, do customer service and complaint. All right, so I've got this description already written up. So this part is the part that's important. The field complaint type should be a pick list with these values: product defect, product usability, product availability. I know for a fact before, that kind of would be captured, but not like used, right? So Blueprint may or may not actually create a field that has those types. In fact, it probably wouldn't. So let's see if it does now. We'll do this U plus industries. and see what we get. So I'm just going to take whatever case types it gives me because really what I care about is that field within a single case type. Let's see what happens. All right, take those. So let's check the data model for this case and see if there's a complaint type. There is. It's text. Let's edit it. And look at that. It's a pick list, and it has the exact values that I asked for. So this is huge. This is going to make things so much easier. I'm excited to see you guys play around with this and see where the limits are. That's really cool. I'm excited for that. The other thing I wanted to try real quick is, do we have any embedded data here? All right, let's create an embedded data field. I just want to see if pick lists are in embedded data. Embedded test, we'll call it new embedded test. All right, let's add a field type. Test, it'll be text, and I can! Yes! Okay, awesome, cool. So embedded data now supports pick lists too. This is a great release, guys. Start playing around. Definitely play around with the functional description enhancements, and let me know how it goes. Thanks.